Good morning, my dear students. So, the next chapter we are going to start, that is heat and energy. But in your syllabus, only A and D part of heat energy is there. B and C, both part are not mentioned in the reduced syllabus. So, we are doing only A and D part. So, the first topic we are starting now, that is a concept of heat. Now, actually what heat is? You know that heat is a form of energy, that when you are rubbing your hands, okay, when some electric current is passing from a metallic wire, burning of coal, or you are pumping air in bicycle, in all these processes heat is what? Heat is produced. Okay, so heat is what? It's a form of energy. Basically bacha, what happens in this case, that each body is what? It is made up of molecules. We know that each body is made up of molecules, either you are having solid, liquid or gases. Each body is like making up of molecules. Now when there is random motion in that molecules, okay, the random motion happens because of, you can say, the heat energy is there. So what these molecules do? These molecules possess the energy, random motion in these molecules, which these molecules, the possessing of energy because of the motion of the molecules, that is what a heat energy. And this is the basic reason this heat energy is known as internal energy. It is known as the internal energy of the molecule. Okay, it is known as the internal energy of the molecules because actually it is a sum of potential energy and kinetic energy of the molecules present there because of the molecular attractive forces of the molecules. So, internal energy. So, that internal energy is what? Sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay. And that sum is basically what? Due to molecular motion. Okay, so that's actually what heat is, and we know that heat is what? It's a form of energy. Okay, it flows from a hot body to a cold body. The hot body is at that time having more internal energy as in comparison to the cold body. So the basic units of heat is what? Joules. Joule can be represented in the form of a joule also, that is 10 raised to power 7. This is very important beta, that 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules. Okay, 1 calorie is also the unit of heat energy. 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules. The next, now we are having concept of temperature. In the process of heat beta, we come to know that yes, this is hot body and this is cold body. But how much that body is hot? How much that body is cold? Okay, we know that heat flow from hot body to cold body, but how much that body is cold, that measure of the degree of the, you can say, of heatness or coldness of the body, that is temperature. So this is basically that quantity which tell us yes, it is this much hot. Like what thermometer do? Thermometer tells you yes, this is your particular body temperature. So this is what? This is actually help us in determining the degree of hotness and coldness, and it's also help us to determine basically the direction of flow of heat. Obviously you come to know that this body is hot and this body is cold by knowing about their temperatures. So with the help of that, what you will come to know? You will come to know that from which body actually the heat is transferred. So what we say? Temperature is a quantity which tells that the thermal state of a body, okay, that is the degree of hotness or coldness of the body. It determines the direction of flow of heat when two bodies at different temperatures are placed in contact. Very simple, like in our cold winter days, what we do? We love to hold a glass of lukewarm water. Why? Because heat from that glass is actually transferring to our body and it soothes our body. Fine. To know about that which body is having higher temperature, which is having more heat, that we come through about the concept of temperature. Next we are having beta units. 3 kinds of units are there when we are talking about temperature. The first one is Celsius. Okay. The second one is Kelvin. Kelvin is also the SI unit of temperature. Okay. Second one is Kelvin. And the third one we are having is Fahrenheit. The third one we are having is Fahrenheit. So that is what actually the different, you can say, the thermometers we are having, the temperature measuring devices we are having, which tell us about it. The conversions here are given in your book. That to know about Celsius to Fahrenheit, we are having C upon 5 is equal to F minus 32 upon 9, and T Kelvin. T Kelvin is equal to 273 plus T degree Celsius. To know about the whole temperature of T, suppose if I am having 20 degrees Celsius, I am saying to you that convert it into Kelvin. So what I will do, that is 273 plus 20. So it's come out to be 293 Kelvin. Okay, so these are the conversions given here. The next we are having now, what is thermal expansion? What actually the thermal expansion is? That is the expansion of the body. Okay, so thermal expansion of a substance happens on heating that body. For example, if I am having some wire beta, if I am having some single wire, okay, I am heating this wire will expand in only one direction. So that is known as linear expansion. If I am having some square sheet or some rectangular sheet, and now I am heating this sheet. So what will happen? Expansion will be in length side also and breadth side also. So that is known as superficial expansion. If I am having a cube, okay, if I am having a cube, it is having 3 things: length, breadth and height. Fine. So when now it is expanding, length will also increase, breadth will also increase and height will also increase. So that's why that is known as cubical expansion. Now they are saying, you have studied previously also in your 8th standard also, that liquid expands more than solids, gases expands more than liquids. Basically, almost all the objects expands on heating. But there are some exceptions. What are that exceptions? The one you know, that is water, that we will study in detail. The another one we are having silver iodide and silica. I have written their exceptions cases here. So now what we are going to study is, that is anomalous expansion of water. In next video, now I am telling you anomalous expansion of water.